as fast as Roadrunner, but in reality, we were as fast as a bloated grandma after Thanksgiving dinner. What's going on, guys? It's ChanLives here, and today I'm just doing a simple storytime video, nothing crazy today, and I'm only doing a simple storytime video today because I've been sick since Sunday, so I literally couldn't make a video, or else I probably would have actually caught the bubonic plague. No lie, no scam. But I would like to say real quick that I am beyond thankful for my last storytime video, how I almost died of quicksand. That video literally got almost 500, actually, no, more than 500 views at this point. So that's actually crazy. Thank you for all the support on that video. And even if you didn't subscribe or like the video, it still helps out the channel as long as you watch through the entirety of the video. And also, my Old Town Road montage is also about to hit 500 views. So if you have not already seen that video, it will be the first link in the description. And it's also my most liked video on my channel, so expect another montage hopefully sometime this month. And last thing with this very long and extensive intro, with all that being out of the way, please be sure to get comfortable because this is another near-death experience storytime video. So before I tell you the story, drop a like and a sub on my channel with notifications on, please. Even though I'm saying this, you're probably not going to, but yeah, let's get right into the story time. So this story happened about, I'd like to say 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago sounds about right. And at this time, I went to my friend Isaac's house as much as I could, which was basically every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So on this typical weekend, Isaac had a doubleheader in baseball. And if you know anything about baseball, you would know that a doubleheader is when you have 2 games in within like 3 to 4 hour time frame. I don't know the exact specifics or anything like that, but I know it's something along those lines. I don't know if all doubleheaders are early in the morning, but this typical doubleheader was on a Sunday morning, about maybe 8, 9, 10 o'clock, somewhere around that time frame. Over the weekend, me and Isaac invited my cousin, which was on a regular, like he always came over, just like I did, but my cousin then brought his friend. For the sake of the story, I'm gonna say his friend's name is Fred. Freaking Fred, dude. But that was no problem because Fred was also cool with all of us, but wasn't just like a normal, like he wouldn't come over every weekend like me and my cousin would. But if we fast forward a little bit to Saturday night at about 10-11 p.m., Isaac was just now heading to bed because he obviously had a doubleheader the next morning, and going to bed at 10-11 was pretty early for us on the weekend. The same for probably most of you guys watching this video. But about an hour or two passes of me, my cousin, and Fred playing against each other in NBA, Madden, you know, and we decided to walk to the store and buy some stuff. And let me remind you, this was getting towards 1, 2 o'clock at night. And before you say, "Oh, this is fake story, stores aren't open that late." No. I don't know if it's the same for everywhere, but usually Walmarts are open 24 hours, but where I live, there's actually a grocery store that's open for 24 hours. And don't get me wrong, it's not like a pop-in store 24 hours. There's literally like one or less customers that late, but I don't know why they stayed up 24 hours, but that's just what they did. And let me get this out of the way, we never went out this late and walked around or even to a designated location like a grocery store. The only time we would ever go out this late is if we were all playing Manhunt and that late in Isaac's yard, because he had literally the best yard for Manhunt, especially when it was dark out and late, like, yeah. But before I continue on with the second half of the story or whatever, this neighborhood was not the neighborhood that you would want to be walking around at this late. Like, I live in New York, so you can kind of just get a gist of that right away. Yeah, we got some badasses in New York. But so we only got about a block away from Isaac's house, which Isaac did not come with us. Isaac was actually sleeping, let me remind you. And we were walking past a dead end, and we seen some guy at the very end of the road, and it was obviously like 1, 2 o'clock at the night, so we could not make out what he looked like, and I'm 99.69% sure he was some Jason having ass creeping on us. But we stop and look at him, and I'm like, yo, this is sketchy. So we just keep walking, so I look forward, and so does Fred, but apparently my cousin was still looking at this man while we were walking ahead. And next thing you know, all I hear is my cousin say, "Bro, he's running!" So obviously we all start running, and we don't even think of running back to the house, because if this guy is actually running towards us, we didn't want him to know where we were staying. So we eventually end up running to a main road after like 2-3 minutes of running, let me say, and we figure if he is planning on doing anything to us, he is not going to do anything on a main road. That's just common sense. And before I keep on going, I want to say I never saw this guy chasing us. This is all from my cousin's mouth, and in that situation, why would he be lying? Let's be honest. But as we were on this main road, we decided to take the longer route back to the house, because that's the way that was a lot less likely to see this man or any other sketchy people, and taking this route probably took about 15-20 minutes walking distance, so we eventually get to Isaac's Road, and we think we're safe, until we see a parked car, and at first we just saw, oh, it's one of the neighbor's cars. We don't even think anything of it, until I actually see a light in the car, and the light only looked like a phone, but like the point is someone was in a parked car basically waiting for us to show up, and it looked like. So we really didn't know what to do, but I can tell you for a fact we didn't want to be outside for any longer. So we chose from hiding slowly and getting to the house, or running full speed ahead. We decided to run full speed ahead, straight bolt it to the house, like the smarties that we are. But thinking back at it, the smartest thing we probably should have done was to just walk around the corner to this one-way dirt road behind Isaac's house, which had all the driveways of all the houses on the road there. I honestly don't know, it was a weird setup. But we could have just went there and just walked up the driveway and into the back door of Isaac's house, because that would have been the smartest idea, because nobody would even have seen us and the whole entire situation would be over with. But instead of slowly sneaking our way to the house, instead of going around the block and going through the driveway, and no one would have even seen us, no, we decided to just book it to the house as fast as we could, as fast as Roadrunner, but in reality, we were as fast as a bloated grandma after Thanksgiving dinner. So obviously the car ends up seeing us, and but somehow not until we were already in front of Isaac's house. I don't know how, like what? But to this day, that still surprises me how it took them so long to see us when we bolted down the entire street. So as we were literally zooming up the walkway of the front door, we hear the car beep, and I think even the car turns on. I'm not really too sure, but if it actually turned on or not, that's not really the point. The point is the car beeped and clearly tried to get our attention, but in that moment, I thought it was over. I was thinking of what people would be doing at my funeral, but no, in actual reality, I was actually thinking, what if we get kidnapped right now? So that's why the title of this video is, I almost got kidnapped. It's not clickbait. I actually thought we had the potential of being kidnapped. And I'm not even kidding, I was so paranoid at the time, I literally tried to take cover inside of the house, as if the person had a sniper with double FMJ and wall hacks all at once. But 10-15 minutes pass and the car does not leave, so we decide to wake up Isaac and tell him the entire story, and he rightfully so does not believe us until we say look outside. And so then he looks outside and starts to get a little freaked out that there's actually a car there. So maybe another 10 minutes pass after us just peering through the shears and all that, just making sure the car's there, or trying to wish that the car leaves, but the car never leaves. So we end up waking up Isaac's grandma, and I don't know if I said this earlier in the video, but this all took place at Isaac's grandmother's house, and she was the only guardian there. So we wake up and she's livid, also rightfully so, but she literally cod rushes out to the car, and I was actually scared. Not scared that she was going to get murdered or anything crazy like that, mainly because I just genuinely didn't know what was going to happen next. So she comes back into the house a couple minutes later and starts screaming, saying that was my girlfriend or whoever it was. I don't really remember who it was or how she correlates to Isaac's grandma, but she knew the person, that's all that really matters, and basically says she's seen 3 kids walking around 1-2 in the morning, and she knew exactly who it was, and apparently wanted to prank us. Yeah, I got debated so hard. But we did ask, was that her at the dead end? And his grandma said no. So that was genuinely some random guy in a dead end of a sketchy town just standing in the middle of a dead end. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you did, please be sure to subscribe. And if this video does a decent amount of likes, or I'll do another storytime video. I'm trying not to do too many storytime videos. I try to have storytime videos be like a rare thing on my channel, but hey, if they do good, I'm gonna make them. And I thought after being gone for almost a week, this would be a pretty good and chill video to come back to. So anyways, without further ado, peace out, home diggity dog. God, I hope everybody already clicked off this video and never sees that.